morning, everyone. So today is 14th of February 2019, and I'm going to take you through the market overview for today. We want to see if there's any clear trades that you can see for the day, or if the trades we had yesterday actually went as we said. So we'll start off with the main pairs. First of all, we'll look at EURUSD, which we already have the chart loaded. We'll also look at GBP USD here, and then USD JPY. Then we'll move forward to SP500, an index. Then we move to Brent oil, and then lastly should be gold. So we start off with the main one here, EURUSD. This is what we said yesterday. We had a line drawn, still the line is still here, a support, and then there's a resistance. And we mentioned that this is a very good zone, such that as long as the price is still within it, we want to trade reversals. We expect price to be bouncing from the upper side. So as I was saying, assuming the current week's candle does not close below 1.130, get back to this place here before it can embark on a move to the lower side. If price can come back up to this trend line, then this should be the correct place to sell from. And we want to add an indicator to confirm that the trend is downwards and therefore we are supposed to sell. We'll start with the main one, the indicator we normally use, average directional movement index. Added. So with this indicator, this is how it works. I have mentioned this, I'm going to repeat it now, that it has three lines. We have the main line, which is complete, it's not dotted, and then you have the dotted line, which is green, and then there's the next one, which is red. Anytime you have the main one above 25, it means there's an active trend, but it does not show which trend is active, whether it's upwards or downwards. Then anytime you have one of the dotted lines above the other dotted line, then the one that is above is the dominant one. Like in this case, from this point, just look at this like this. Give me a second, I have it lined up correctly. Assuming from this point onwards, from this was 2017, February 26th, we had the main line being above 25, and then you have the dotted green one above the red one. That means the overall trend in this case was upward. So you're supposed to have been looking for a buy. The same case applies currently where we are now. You see we have the red one above the green one, which means the downtrend is dominant, but it is not active because the main one is still below 25. So that means we have to wait for price action. We want the current week's candle to close first before we can confirm that we are continuing downwards or we are back to the upper side. Assuming by the close of the week the price closes above 1.1307, then this is a buy. But should it close below, then this is going to be a good sell to the lower side. And that sell is probably going up to the very lower end, which is this support. You can see from this side we have a good support which has been holding since 2015. A support, it went up, a support, it went up, a support, and you want it to be a support in the future. So far on this one we took a sell, two sell, one sell here, then the next one took another sell. We want price to break below it, should proceed, and then we head to the lower side. So this is just a case of a support being broken becomes a resistance. That's what we are selling. Let's move to the next chart, and that chart should be GBP USD. There. I'm going to look at it from the monthly point of view first of all, because the monthly is much more clearer. Should be just a second. I had it here yesterday. I'm just going to refer to it monthly. So on the monthly chart, I mentioned something here yesterday that this was in December last year. There was a pin bar. Then the January candle actually went below the lowest place, which was the lowest place for last year, but ended up closing above the December's candle. So this place here where I'm having my line at 1.2728 is a monthly support. Assuming the price does not close below this place, then this is going to be a very good place to buy from. So if you want to trade this correctly and you look at the weekly chart, have your lines the same way I have them drawn. Have your line here, a resistance, there's a break, a support, a support, a support. We want price to again come back to the same place, which is 1.2728, so that we can pick a buy like that. So with that buy, we are going up to the monthly resistance, which is here. This is the monthly resistance. Resistance, a resistance. We want price to ascend up to it. We are waiting for a buy from that point. So you may want to place a pending buy limit there, have your stop loss, and in case the price closes below, that should be next month, assuming the February candle closes below 1.2728, then this is going to be a good sell up to this point. So these are the main levels we are looking at. We are looking at a level where price has been using as a support and as a resistance at the same time. So I'm not going to add an indicator unless I go to the daily. That's when I'll add one indicator, 4 hours. Let's go to 4 hours, then I'll add an indicator from there. On the 4 chart, there is no clear direction. As you can see, we have the main one below, and then the green dotted one and the red dotted one, they're not also above each other. They are almost on the same plane, so there's no clear direction. On the daily, the trend is downwards. So just look at this. We have the main one above 25, and then there's the dotted one, which is red, is above the green one. This means that there's a clear trend, and that trend is downward. So you're supposed to look for a sell. If you're on the daily, look for a sell and expect price to go up to this support. Expect price to come up to the support, buy from that point, have your stop loss, and then your take profit should be at the very top. So in case the price does not do whatever we are saying and instead it closes below, then we want it to go even lower than this level. It should go below 1.2481. It should descend below this level to confirm that we are continuing to the lower side. So I will move to the next chart, and that chart should be USDJPY. This is what we mentioned on this chart even before we saw this move upwards. We had a line, a support, a support, a support, then price went below that support, and you can remember we mentioned clearly that this was a false break. So when the price came back to the same place, we took a buy from that point. It went up to a take profit, came back down, we took a second buy, and now we are heading upwards. So we want price to extend up to 114.06. This is what we expect. We want price to proceed even higher and should go straight to 114.06. This is a weekly level. So if you bought it here, just remain upwards. Expect price to extend up to this level, and in case it breaks above it, something like this, then a minor retracement will mean we are continuing even higher. So on this chart, we are having just, these are the levels to look for. You look for this one, 108.06. If price comes back to it, you're supposed to buy. Then there's also a level here which is significant. Just a resistance, broken, a support, also check for this level, then check for 114.06, and then the last one should be 118.78. We also have the other one on the lower side. So these are the lines to check: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. These are the 5 lines. If price approaches any of them, then you're supposed to be looking for a trade. So as it is, we took a buy already, we are holding, we expect price to proceed up to the next level, and if this line is broken, then we expect it to extend even higher to the one at the very top, which is 114.06. So we move to the next chart, and that share should be SP500. And so far from the 2 indicators we are having on this chart, we are upwards. Just look at this from these 2 indicators, the ones I'm having on my screen, the overall trend here is upwards. You have the columns of MACD above 00, and then we have the green dotted one being above the red one, and then the main one is above 25. So from these two indicators we are upwards. So if you want to translate the same information to the real chart, you have to look for places for buying. Like I mentioned yesterday, we had a level here, a support. We also have a level here, and then we had a level at the very top, which is this. So from what we said yesterday, this was a support, there was another support, and then there was another support. Then this move here, which looks like the trend was changing, was actually a false break to the lower side. This one, the entire move here, this was just a false break, and we again took a buy from this point. Then with this buy, we expected price to extend upwards, which already is doing. We want price to proceed up to that resistance and should break out higher, then retrace back before we pick a second buy. So this is just a case of a resistance being broken, becomes a support, and we are buying it. There is no over reasoning. We just want a resistance being broken, price retrace back, and we pick a buy to the next level. So as I've been mentioning, the main reason I'm expecting price to break above this level is because from history, this index has been upwards. The overall trend here is upwards. So we want key resistance, the highest places price has reached, to be broken. Then price should retrace back, and we pick a trade in the direction of that break. So that means we're supposed to buy here, and we also took a buy from that point. We have now 3 trades. The one we took from this point, we also took a trade after this pin bar, and then we're waiting to buy also at this point. And in case the price breaks above the ultimate, the highest place we've seen, the highest high we've seen so far, then price should retrace back before we pick a move even higher. So this is what we expect, and the main reason I'm expecting it to move up and not to bounce to the last side is because overall the trend here is upwards. The trend here is upwards, and therefore the best you should do is to look for buy trades. So we move to the next chart. I hope you remain long. Somebody is asking me that what should we do in this case? Just remain long. If you took a buy from this point, expect price to proceed higher. And something else, there's a level here which price is likely to retrace back to. This is just a resistance. We saw a break. You are likely to see price extend slightly, maybe upwards, then retrace back towards that level before it proceeds upwards. So this could be another place you want to buy from. You may also want to buy from this point. We took a buy, we want price to break above that level, retrace back slightly, and we'll pick a buy. This is the move we expect in the long run. We want levels to be broken, clear resistance levels to be broken. Price should retrace back before we extend even higher. So from the indicators we've just looked at, the trend here is upwards, and therefore only buy positions looks much better. We move to the next chart, which is Brent oil. Brent oil is going perfectly as we said. So I want to explain something from this point. While the price is going down, and when it has now begun to turn again up. So just look at this like this. We have a move down, then price retraces slightly like that, then it proceeds down, and we see another slight retracement. Then it proceeds down, and we see another slight retracement. Then it proceeds down, and we see another slight retracement. Then it proceeds down, another slight retracement. Then it proceeds down. Then for the first time we are seeing a bigger retracement relative to the others. So what this means is that the trend which was dominating may be coming to an end. You can see it retraces that slightly, but then for the first time it has retraced even bigger. Then for the second time it is even bigger than the first one. So according to what we mentioned previously, this one is a sign that the trend is ending. So I drew a line here and I said that should price ascend above it, then we'll just wait for a retracement so that we can pick a buy to the very top there. So far the price has moved, as you said, that it is above. We want it just to retrace back before we can pick a buy to the upper side. This is just a case of a resistance being broken, becomes a support and a good place to buy from. And I'm going to add an indicator. Already so far I have this indicator. It's called envelope. If I hover mouse above it, you can see this called envelope, lower and upper envelope. These are just two moving average that have been placed together. So what they mean is this: as long as we have candles closing above it, then the trend is upward. And anytime you have numerous candles closing below it, then that's a downtrend. In this case, we have candles closing above it, which means the trend is upward. Therefore, you're supposed to look for a buy. And from price action, the best place to buy from is this 62.86, 61.95. If you're on this chart and you want to buy it, then just wait for price to retrace back up to this zone, the one I'm having my line at. Expect price to retrace back up to this point. You pick a buy from that point, expecting price to proceed upwards towards 85.91. I want you to look at this chart from the monthly point of view. Yesterday it looked, there was something good from the monthly. I want to see if it's still holding. The most important thing I'm seeing is this: a trend line. You can see a resistance, price went down, a resistance, it went down, a resistance, support, a resistance, sorry, then it went down. And from whatever is happening now, price is likely to come back to this trend line before it embarks on a move to the lower side. Something like this is likely. So if you take a buy, then expect maybe price to come up to this trend line before it embarks to the lower side. We have a support there, support, and then we also have, I want to pick a zone instead. This is where we expect price to go up to. Should it rise now, as you're saying, we expect it to go up to this trend line before it bounces up, and that bounce should push it up to 43.98 to 39.26, which is here. So this is what we expect. On the monthly chart, we are still seeing a possibility that price may head up, but there are levels here which maybe you need to check. We have a support, we also have a support. These are the levels you need to check for. Maybe price may bounce from that point, it may also bounce from there, it may also bounce from that place. So should price get back here, then this is the ideal place to look for a sell. It's both a horizontal resistance and a diagonal resistance, the best place to sell from. We look at the last chart, and that should be gold. So far from what we mentioned, we expect gold to be rising. We want it to proceed upwards from the weekly. So there's a level here, just a good resistance, 13 level 1355.68. I pick a zone. We also have that one. So the entire place, which is this is the zone to trade from. This is a very good resistance from 2013. A resistance, price went down, a resistance, down, a resistance, it went down, a resistance, and we want price to now come back to this same resistance, which is this, so that we can pick a sell. If you want to trade this correctly, then just wait for price to come back to this trend line. You pick a sell from that point, something like this. Expect price to come back, then you should pick a sell from that point to the last side. So far we took a sell there, we also took a sell there, we also took another sell, this is another sell, and we want that should price get back to it in the future, any time from now, then this is going to be a very good place to look for a sell from. The same thing applies on the weekly. We have the same level holding, the same resistance, and last week's candle was actually an inside pin bar, which means it should be pushing price higher. So we want it to close above here. The current week's candle should close above 13.28, which should push price even higher to 1346.55. We expect something like this. So if you have to trade this pair, then you should be looking for a buy instead of a sell. If you have to trade this commodity, then you should be looking for a buy, and that buy should take you up to the very top, which is the monthly resistance and also a weekly resistance, 1348.55. So that should bring us to the end of today's overview. We've looked at just all the pairs and also all the other symbols. We have, let's just look at what we check. We have Euro USD, where we want price to clearly close below this zone here. We want price to close below 1.1293 so that we can pick a sell, or if it closes above, then we expect it to proceed upwards. GBP USD, we want price to come back down to 1.2698 so that we can pick a buy. USD JPY, we are still upwards. Then Brent oil, we are also still upwards, but we want price to retrace up to this resistance. It should retrace up to somewhere around that is 2538.0 so that you can pick a buy. Brent oil, we are upwards, we want a retracement before we pick a buy. Then gold, we are upwards. So that should bring us to the end of today's overview. And so far, as you can see from the screen I'm having, just right below that screen, you can see these are the news that we expect. We expect about US dollar retail sales advance at around 13:30 GMT. Then there's the next one, which is now on the screen. You should be able to see it. This Eurozone gross domestic product, S.A.Y.O.Y. So also this one is going to be released at around 10. So observe that way you should expect volatility on pairs that have euro as the base currency, or also as the quote currency. So thank you very much. See you again tomorrow at the same